Hello everyone, my name is Caleb Whitehead, but you may know me as C-Chizzle. And today, I'm going to be giving you my WrestleMania 41 official 2025 predictions. I knew I'd become an investor the first time I went to the jeweler and buy me a chain. For Gunther versus Jey Uso, I'm going to say, as much as I'd want it to be Gunther, I think it's going to be Jey Uso. I think, fifth time's the charm for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't really care about this match. I just want to get it over with. I'm not happy he won the Rumble, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Still got to make a prediction. The War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championship. Now, my thoughts on this is that this should have been on a Monday Night Raw episode. I don't really feel as though this is a WrestleMania-worthy match, but I guess you had to fit the New Day on the card somehow. This is how they do it. It just bothers me that this is on the Mania card and the Triple Threat TLC Tag Team Championship for SmackDown is going to be next week instead of on WrestleMania. That doesn't make sense to me. But I do think the New Day will win, get their big heel moment. Maybe Big E interferes, I don't know, in some way. But I do think the New Day will become the new champions. We got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Another match that I don't really see why it's on the WrestleMania card, but it is. This could have been on Monday Night Raw as well. It's, I do think Rey Mysterio will win to get revenge on Chad Gable. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I could see it going to either one. I think Naomi, she should get a win, but I think Jade Cargill's going to win. Because, it's her big revenge. And she's got a grudge against Naomi for pushing her onto a car. But I do think that it makes sense for Naomi to get the win since this is her big heel run. She kind of deserves a win, I feel like, at WrestleMania. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. This one, I feel like Jacob Fatu is going to win. I think there's no doubt about it. They've been building up this match for a while, so I like to see that it's on WrestleMania. I think maybe Braun Strowman will interfere because he don't got nothing to do at WrestleMania this year. And probably the rest of the Bloodline guys like Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga. Maybe Tonga Loa returns to help. I do think Jacob Fatu wins, but I think he betrays Solo. I think he's going to grab the mic and be like, "I hate you, Solo," or something like that. That'd be cool. We'll see. Or maybe Solo will betray him. I don't know. Maybe Solo be the one to betray Jacob. I'm not sure. Then for the WWE Women's Championship, we got Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. This is a hot take, but I do think Tiffany Stratton's going to win. Everyone online is saying Charlotte is going to come in and take the opportunity from somebody else and take the title. But I think that it's a misdirect. I think because we were so used to seeing Charlotte do this, like steal opportunities from other people, that I think this is a part of the plan where we put Tiffany over. Because the division right now, in the SmackDown Women's division, I don't think needs a Charlotte Flair reign. I don't think they're doing that. But we'll see. I could be wrong, but I've called this for like months now, since the Royal Rumble. And nobody agrees, and I get why. Previous record shows the odds aren't in her favor, but I don't know. I think there's something to it. And then the main event of night one is the triple threat between Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. I've said on the podcast I don't really care for the setup to this match. I think it's pointless. There's nothing on the line. If it was a number one contenders match or something, then it'd be cool. I'd be fine with this. But there's nothing to care about with this match. It's just a grudge match. But the thing about grudge matches is they're not usually triple threats. So it's just weird. This is a weird match put together because you needed 3 of your top stars on the card. It just feels like filler. The only thing is that Paul Heyman's got to pick a side between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I think he'll probably choose Seth Rollins as a twist. And maybe Seth Rollins joins The Rock later. I don't know. That's the 4th step to his plan or whatever The Rock's got going on. I do think CM Punk is going to get the win. I think he'll pin Roman Reigns to do it. But I still think that at the end of the match, Paul Heyman will betray both CM Punk and Roman Reigns and go with Seth. But I don't think Seth's getting the win here. I think it's going to CM Punk. Night 2, we got another triple threat, this time for the Women's World Championship, the Raw Women's Division, which is, in my opinion, a lot better than the SmackDown Women's Division. You got Io Sky, who's walking in as a champion, versus Bianca Belair, who won the Elimination Chamber, versus Rhea Ripley, who is the former champion. This will be fun. I think this match will be really good. But I do think Bianca Belair will win, because Io Sky, as much as I would like her to win, I don't think she is winning. Rhea Ripley's time with the championship is past. Time to do something new with her. But yeah, Bianca's definitely winning. Maybe with the help of Naomi. Maybe we get the plot twist, Bianca heel turn. She helped Naomi attack Jade. I think maybe we're leading to that. I don't necessarily want that, but I could definitely see that being the direction we go. Next, for the Women's Tag Team Championship, got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, members of Judgment Day, versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Now, this one's weird. It's another just makeshift pairing. I don't really like these kind of tag team matches. I don't think this kind of match should be going on at WrestleMania. You had other teams there that you could have faced. You know, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. The Wyatt Six being at WrestleMania would have been cool. I do think Bayley and Lyra will become the new champions. Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade are in the Stand and Delivered #1 contenders match on the pre-show for some reason. And as you know, we've been building to Bayley versus Roxanne Perez. So I think this is just a step to build to that. We'll get Bayley and Lyra versus Roxanne and Cora. I don't know when or where, but we'll get that eventually. Because this match is just going to lead into that one, basically. So this is just a step forward, a progressive step, whatever. I don't really care about this one. I don't think it should be on WrestleMania. They should have put better teams in the mix. We got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I think they might give it to Logan, but I'm gonna pick AJ Styles. He's a how many year veteran? There's no way. No way. It's so disrespectful to give Logan Paul a win over AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is at a point in his career where I think he needs a win more than Logan Paul here. I know it's WrestleMania, you want to give a big star the win, but he's also a heel, which means he can afford a loss. He's a mega heel. He can lose here. AJ Styles needs to be propelled to the Intercontinental Championship scene against guys like Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, whoever's in there. Don't have him lose to Logan Paul. That wouldn't be all right. Some people are rumoring that Donald Trump will be there at the show. He's the current president. I think it'd be great. Not great. I think it'd be funny if Donald Trump was in the Prime bottle. No. I do think that the Prime bottle will be Jake Paul this year. We see the Prime bottle as a celebrity every year. Well, the first year I predicted KSI. And then the second year I was like, oh, it's Jake Paul. Duh. And then it was IShowSpeed, who I don't know how he's going to be involved with this year's WrestleMania, but I have read reports that he's supposed to be involved. I don't know. I don't really want him to be the Prime bottle again, but we'll see. Maybe he comes out during the Fatal 4-Way, which we're going to talk about next. The Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Daddy Dom. Thing about this one is you got two Judgment Day members in the match on opposing sides. I do think they'll work together for the most part, but I think a big betrayal will end up happening. Maybe Penta hits a move on Finn Balor. Braun Breaker hits a spear on both of them. Dominic throws Braun Breaker out of the ring, and Dom gets the pin on Finn. No matter what, I think Finn Balor is the fall guy here. I think he takes the pin no matter what. No matter who wins, they're pinning Finn Balor to win. And it is tough because part of me wants to say either Braun Breaker or Penta will win, but I think this is leading to a huge split between the Judgment Day, and Dom will get the win. My original prediction was that Malachi Black or Aleister Black, Dom would betray Finn, the lights would go out, and he's sitting in the middle of the ring, crisscross applesauce style. He looks at both of them as they're bickering. He gets up, he hits the fade to black on Finn Balor, his finisher, and then reveals that he's taken Finn Balor's spot in the Judgment Day, and he is the new leader of the Judgment Day. But then they did a little vignette teaser on SmackDown saying that he'll be there next week. I assume it's him. It wasn't confirmed, but I assume it's him. So that kind of throws my theory down the drain a bit, but I'm still holding out hope. I was gonna pop hard if that happened, but it may not happen. But who knows? Braun Breaker speared the hell out of ISO Speed last time at the Royal Rumble. Maybe ISO Speed will run in and do a little thing, and we'll get that spear again. Run it back. That'd be fun, I guess. Create a WrestleMania moment for Speed. It's tough, because I really wanted to pick between Penta or Braun Breaker, but I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio. The thing is, with Penta, I want him to get his big first win, but it is only his first year in the company. I don't think they're going to give him the win. I'm going to say Dominic Mysterio. Then we got a Sin City Street fight between Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. This is one of my least anticipated matches, because this match I don't care about. I don't like the feud. It's just repetitive and boring, and I wanted Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight to begin with. So since we're not getting that and we're getting this instead, I just don't care. You know, I know this was the original plan all along, but the two guys, I don't want to see them feuding at WrestleMania. Not at WrestleMania. There's other shows this could have been saved for. This is the biggest show of the year. Grandest stage of them all. And this is just kind of a filler match to me. I know it'll be a good match. I know they're going to tear the house down with... Like, street fights are always fun. It'll be a fun match. It'll be great. They're both great performers. I just don't care, really. But it'll be better than I'm expecting, I'm sure. But I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre. Now, before last week, I've been saying Damian Priest. Since they confirmed the match, I've been saying Damian Priest was going to win. Just because he's on a winning streak. But then I got to thinking, it's WrestleMania. That's when winning streaks come to an end. He's been winning like every week on SmackDown. He hadn't lost a match since in months. He's on there every week winning matches. I think it's time that he loses a big match. And Drew McIntyre, I think he's in for a big push ahead to the main event scene. And this is going to be the way to propel him there once again, is by having him beat Damian Priest here. Moving up on the card. Next is Randy Orton versus a mystery open challenger. I'm really excited for this because I want to know who it's going to be. Originally, it was supposed to be Kevin Owens, and it's really a bummer. I wanted to see him punt kick Kevin Owens. I hope they still use the punt kick factor. That was kind of the lead thing going into it, is because Kevin Owens was using the pile driver. Who's his opponent going to be? No matter who his opponent is, Randy Orton's winning. I think he was going to beat Kevin Owens too. I think Randy Orton wins no matter who it is. But the rumors are speculating so much that we got rumors that it's going to be Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager, Solo Sikoa, who I don't care about at all, Karrion Kross, Rusev, who has signed with WWE and is returning, Malachi/Aleister Black, who is teased for SmackDown next week, but I don't know. It could happen. That was my guess originally, but with that SmackDown tease, it kind of threw everything off. I was thinking Rey Fenix, but then he entered the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so I don't think that's the direction they go. I just thought maybe they're going to find a slot for him at WrestleMania. Ludwig Kaiser is a guess. I am thinking it's going to be Nick Aldis. I think that's who it's going to be, and I think Randy Orton's going to win the match. Some people are even saying Maven, which I would love. I'd pop heavy if it was Maven. And then finally, for the undisputed WWE Championship, the one we're all waiting for, the main event, Cody Rhodes defending against John Cena. I'm going to say it. I do think Cody Rhodes is going to win. Straight up. I don't know how we're going to get there, but I think it will happen. Maybe Seth Rollins betrays him. Maybe... The Rock, Travis Scott, and Seth Rollins, they all try to help John Cena win. But I think you'll have guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sami Zayn doesn't have anything to do at WrestleMania for some reason. I think all these guys are going to get involved and help Cody retain against Cena and his bad guy team. I don't think Cody Rhodes is losing at WrestleMania. It's his first WrestleMania as champion. I don't think just a year is where it ends, you know. I could see it because it's John Cena's 17th. It's his last WrestleMania. But I think that we're going to go with the ultimate triumph of the good guy winning. People aren't expecting that, I don't think. Some people are, but the majority are not. So how cool would it be? I don't know. That's just my thoughts. You can share yours down in the comments below. Just let me know how you feel, what you think is going to happen. But you have limited time because WrestleMania starts in a few hours. So thank you for listening. Hit the like and subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. Join me next time and watch all my other videos. If you'd like, it would help me a lot. That's all I really got. Enjoy WrestleMania. Well, that's it.
Honestly, I really thought we could have been something, yeah.